Hello everyone, I'm back again, and welcome to another Thomas and Roy discussion. Today's entry we're going to be discussing is Rusty. Now I'll go into one Roy history of Rusty. Now Rusty was first introduced to the One Roy line in 1995, and when he was first introduced he had thin wheels, a white roof, a ledge on the back, and some versions in 1995 had flat magnets, and other versions had round magnets. And also in 1995, when he was first introduced, his face was placed up to where this thing was, and it was kind of accurate to how he was in the model series. Anyway, in 1996, he got the smaller round magnets, and either in 96 or 97, his face was placed close to where his button beam was, as you can see on this version. And also in 97, he got the thick wheels and was retired in 1998. And then in 2001, he was reintroduced in a 3-pack called Rusty and Construction Cars that had him and 2 pieces of rolling stock. One was a dumper and the other one was some sort of a cement mixing car. And when that version of Rusty was, and when Rusty was released in that 3-pack, he was pretty similar to this one, and he got the black roof, which was accurate to how he was in the TV series, and a ledge on the back that doesn't stick out. And then in 2002, the ledge was gone, and he and the construction cars were retired in 2009, I think. And in 2011, he was re-released individually, and this is the model you see right here. And in 2012, to coincide with the release of Blue Mountain Mystery, he was re-released with a CGI face and some added extra details. And in 2013, when Mattel took over the line, he was reintroduced in a 3-pack that had him and 2 other. Well, the pack was called the Rusty to the Rescue, and it had Rusty and 2 freight cars. One was a Searchlight, and the other one was a cargo car with supplies. And that was discontinued in 2017 when Thomas Wood was introduced. And yes, he did make it to Thomas Wood. And there is a Thomas Wood version of Rusty. And other versions of Rusty, the only one I can think of is the Brio Rusty. Let me know if there are any other versions of Rusty. And the sets he was involved in, he and the construction cars were involved in the Timber Sheds Deluxe set, the Rusty and the Boulder set, and let me know if he was involved in any other sets, and the packs he was involved in. He was involved in a 2-pack that had him and the cement mixing car from the Rusty Construction Cars 3-pack, which I've talked about. And he was involved in another 3-pack that had him along with Rheneas and Peter Sam. And then he was involved in a 4-pack that had him, Skarloey, Rheneas, and Duncan. And he was involved in another 4-pack that had the same 2 engines, Skarloey and Rheneas, and this time that version had Paxton that also had to coincide with the release of Blue Mountain Mystery. And he was involved in a 5-pack that had him, Diesel, Salty, Airy, and Bert. And let me know if he was involved in any other sets or packs. Anyway, let's look at them all. Now, as you can see, he's got the name Rusty, and he's narrow gauge engine number 5. Got these 4 circles. I don't know what they're supposed to be. And he's got a window on the side. Nothing on the back. Same thing on the other side, except that he's got a door for his driver to get in the cab. And at the front, as for his face, as you can see, it is crooked on mine. And I'm not sure if that face is accurate to how he was in the model series. And on the top, he has these 2 things. This one was supposed to represent something in the TV series. This one is just to hold this piece and this together. And it's in a pretty good condition, except it's gotten some chips on the corners of the cab. Well, let me take this. And on the bottom it says Rusty, and you can see that chip right there. And it's got a recall color. It's got Barney Curve Brands ink on there. And this Rusty is dated 2003. And that is it for this discussion, and I'll see you later.